Hello and welcome. I'm here in my poncho from Peru, just because I think it looks pretty cool, and it's also very cold here. Freezing actually. I think it's because I just come back from South America, so still acclimatizing. So what was I going to talk about today? I was going to talk about ADHD actually, because I think a lot of people know about it, but they don't know everything about it. And I think the sort of common knowledge around it is fairly limited. And I think commonly ADHD is just considered fairly minor, and I think people just think that it's just someone sort of hyperactive or got lots of thoughts in their minds, they can't control them, and fidgeting, distracted, and this kind of thing. And that's all true. That could be a little bit problematic at times as well. But it goes a bit deeper than that. So I just thought I'd share that because I think it helps people who are carers of people with ADHD, or friends or family, and just the general public, just to understand these people a little bit better. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was that ADHD people, they actually have a defective, quote unquote, gene, so to speak. And what this gene does is it kind of results in the person having low levels. God, my mind's got. See, look, my mind's gone random already. Look, you can see, can't you? Oh my God. No, they have low levels of dopamine production because of this defect. So what this means is that they then crave what would be considered extreme amounts of dopamine to get the dopamine that's required to function. So this means that it's highly probable that these people are going to be addicts of some sort, and that can be a major hindrance. If you're addicted to bad stuff, and it could also be a real benefit if you're addicted to the good stuff. So there's always a plus and a minus to these things. And I in my personal experience, I've had both experiences. I've been addicted to great healthy stuff and also some really bad stuff as well. And this knowledge has sort of helped me to understand that, and realize that you have to make an effort to get addicted to the good stuff, because once someone with ADHD gets hold of something, they won't be able to stop, basically. So if you're like a parent or something who has a child with that, I would strongly encourage you from a young age to get them addicted to healthy things, and realize that they will probably be addicted to. They have to be kind of addicted to something. They have to get this dopamine from somewhere. So it might as well be from a healthy source. And this is a real. It can be such a real superpower as well. Really, really powerful, because once someone with ADHD gets hold of something, they're like a dog with a bone. They won't be able to let it go. They'll just keep on and on and on. Once they get the interest in it, and do that, and they, if it's something that's, just going to bring something positive to the world, they're gonna nail it. They're just gonna be great at it. So you want to really encourage them and filter them into the right path where they're going to be addicted to all the good stuff and bring some kind of benefit to the world, because they're going to have more will and determination than someone without ADHD once they're on, once they're introduced to it, and once they get the pleasure receptors going from something. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that they don't really, they can't really deal or process sort of changes in environment very well. Especially if it's, more so if it's like a rapid change, and especially if the change is high, so if you're going like from, a happy environment to a sad environment, or something like that, where it's two polar opposites, then their brain just freaks out. So, and this could be problematic in schools, like with trying to teach them if they don't feel comfortable in the class, things like that. They're just going to switch their brains off and not listen and just protect themselves. So you have to really create a sort of relaxed, or not relaxed, but you have to make, whatever is relaxed for them, whatever makes them feel relaxed, you have to make the effort to do that. And, if there's going to be a change in environment, forewarn them, so their brain can get used to it beforehand, before the change happens. So, it's just different operating to someone without this, who it just would be no big deal, going from one place to another. But here, even seemingly small changes in environment can really freak them out, and it can really affect you. I mean, this is probably maybe a bit too personal. Maybe if you're eating your dinner, you might want to skip this part. But it's, like for me, one of the biggest ways it affected is, relationships, with friends, for example, but also, mainly like with, girlfriends. I had lots of girls, and everything would be going great. You'd go on a date or something like that, and then the environment changes, and it gets to boudoir sexy time, and that's a quite an extreme change in the environment. It's a vibrational, very high vibrational change. So it's I was in a lot of positions where it just it kind of freaked me out, I guess. And then I wasn't very good at communicating what was going on, so they just thought, is this guy suddenly acting all anxious and that he's not this confident guy that I thought he was, but it's just that there was environmental change, and I didn't communicate that very well, that this was what was going on with me. I thought, that's what happened. So, the best way to deal with that is, communication. What I've found, because, I've found ways to sort of deal with that now, so it's not really an issue too much for me anymore. Is other things that help is like nasal breathing. That really helps, because that just really calms you down, it just centers you. And the other thing that really helps, if you just, if you have the cognizance just to pause for a minute before you react, before your brain freaks out, if you can just get that little pause, and then you can just relax and then it'll be a bit easier. If you're meditating, that's going to help a lot as well. That's really going to help. So just those are a couple of coping mechanisms, that I've found. And the last thing is emotional regulation. They're not very good at regulating emotions, and they can be very reactive. Sort of like something happens. It could be something very minor that triggers them. Again, it could be an environmental change or something like this, or it's just something that triggers the emotions, and the triggering of them. They can just. I've seen it manifest in different ways. So it can manifest. Me, it was more. It would be anxiety. In other people, I've seen it. People become slightly violent. Even they might just lash out, or something like that. And it can manifest in different ways. So again, the meditation, the nasal breathing helps with that, but also you want to get them to have some kind of emotional regulate. I don't know how to even say that. Emotional regulation type exercise to do, like on a regular basis. So one good thing is is to throughout the day to identify your emotions, so that you're actually aware of what you're actually doing. That brings awareness to the situation. Other ways to control to have a regular exercise to control your emotions is to do exercises which are sort of like similar to, I think it was called like the terror room or something they used to have. Like where you get a pillow and you scream into the pillow, or you bang on the ground. Those kind of exercises just to get the emotions out, just to clear them out a little bit, so then they're more relaxed and centered. And the one personal one that I do works for me, maybe it works for others as well, is to dance out your emotions. So you just spend 20 minutes a day and just put on some emotive music and then just express yourself through dance. Or the other thing I did, which was great as well, was biodancer. I used to go to that class. That was great as well. So yeah, those really help. So I just thought I'd bring that to people's attentions. I hope that brought someone some value and a bit more awareness to the situation. Have a great rest of the weekend. It's the weekend here, and love you all. Goodbye.